Welcome to Sweet Stories and Songs. If you enjoy the following story, please consider subscribing. The Firefly's Journey to the Moon, a cozy bedtime story. In the heart of a quiet, rustling meadow nestled beneath the curling root of an old oak tree lived a very small firefly named Lux. Lux was no bigger than a dewdrop, and his light, a soft, gentle yellow, was just beginning to glow with all its might. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in sleepy shades of orange and purple, Lux and his family would awaken. They would stretch their tiny wings and, one by one, rise into the twilight, their lights blinking on and off, creating a magical twinkling dance in the tall grass. Lux loved his family, and he loved the familiar scent of damp earth and sweet clover in the meadow. But more than anything, Lux was in love with the moon. From the moment he first opened his eyes, he had been captivated by its serene, silvery light. It hung in the vast, dark sky like a gentle guardian, a silent, shining friend. While the other fireflies busied themselves with games of blink-and-seek among the cattails, Lux would find a tall blade of grass, climb to the very top, and just gaze at the moon. "It's so beautiful," he would whisper to himself, his own little light pulsing softly in admiration. "I wish I could fly all the way up there. I would dance on its silvery fields and say hello." The older fireflies would chuckle kindly. "The moon is very far away, little one," his mother would say, her light glowing warmly beside him. "Our place is here in the meadow, to make it beautiful for the nighttime creatures." Lux understood, but the dream in his heart was a stubborn little glow. "One day," he promised the moon, "I will come and visit you. I will bring you the prettiest glow from our meadow." And so, one particularly beautiful night, when the moon was a perfect shining circle and the stars seemed to be singing in the sky, Lux made a decision. It was time for his big adventure. After kissing his sleeping family goodbye with a soft blink of his light, he took a deep breath and flew higher than he ever had before. His journey began with a gentle upward drift. The meadow he knew so well slowly became a patchwork quilt of dark greens and silvery blacks below him. The familiar sounds of the cricket's symphony grew softer, replaced by the quiet whoosh of the night wind in his tiny wings. His first new friend was a magnificent Luna Moth, her wings the color of the palest green moonlight. She was resting on a large moonflower, its white petals unfurled to the night. "Good evening, little firefly," she said, in a voice as soft as velvet. "You are flying very high tonight." "I'm going to the moon," Lux announced proudly, his light blinking with excitement. The Luna Moth smiled a wise, gentle smile. "That is a wonderful dream," she said. "The journey is long, but the night is full of wonders. Be sure to notice the little lights along the way." She fluttered her grand wings, showering Lux in a magical silvery dust that seemed to make his own light shine a little brighter. Thanking her, Lux flew on, higher and higher. He flew past the tops of the tallest wildflowers, their heads bowed in slumber. He soon found himself in the grand branches of the old oak tree that stood as a silent king of the meadow. Here, he met a wise old owl named Oliver, whose eyes were like two round amber moons. "Hoo-hoo!" Oliver hooted softly, his head tilting curiously. "And where might a tiny spark like you be off to in such a hurry?" "I'm on a journey to visit the moon, Mr. Owl," chirped Lux. Oliver blinked his big eyes slowly. "The moon, you say? A noble quest indeed. It is a long way for wings so small. You will need to be brave and strong." He then shared stories of the night sky, of the constellations that told ancient tales, and of the shooting stars that carried wishes across the darkness. He taught Lux how to read the stars like a map and how to listen to the voice of the wind so he wouldn't get lost. "Remember," hooted Oliver as Lux departed, "every light, no matter how small, adds to the beauty of the night. Your own glow is a treasure." Feeling braver with the owl's wisdom, Lux continued his ascent. The air grew cooler, and the world below seemed to shrink into a dreamy landscape. He flew for what felt like a very long time, his little wings beginning to feel tired. He found a resting spot on a thin, silvery strand of a spider's web spun between two high branches. The web was decorated with tiny dewdrops, and each one captured the moonlight, sparkling like a diamond necklace. A tiny money spider scurried over to greet him. "Hello there," she squeaked. "Are you lost?" "No," Lux said, a little breathlessly. "I'm on my way to the moon." The spider looked up at the vast dark sky. "Wow, that's the biggest dream I've ever heard," she said. "I mostly dream of catching yummy flies." She offered Lux a tiny droplet of nectar she had saved, and its sweetness gave him a new burst of energy. "Good luck," she called as he flew off again. "I hope you have the most wonderful dance."
Lux flew on, feeling the pull of his dream. The moon did seem closer now, so close he felt he could almost reach out a tiny leg and touch it. Its light was so bright and comforting, it seemed to be cheering him on. He wasn't afraid of the vast darkness around him because the moon's glow made him feel safe. But his wings were getting very, very tired. A gentle yawn escaped him. His light, which had been blinking so brightly, began to pulse a little slower. He knew he couldn't fly forever. He found a soft, velvety leaf on the very highest twig of the very highest branch of the old oak tree. This was as high as he could possibly go. He stood on the edge of the leaf and looked up. The moon was still far, far away. A little wave of sadness washed over him. He had flown so far and met so many wonderful friends, but he hadn't reached his goal. He would not be able to dance on the moon tonight. He let his little light dim as a single tiny tear, like a speck of dew, rolled down his cheek. But as he sat there, something magical happened. He looked down at the meadow below. From this height, he could see his whole world. And in that world, he saw hundreds of tiny, blinking lights. It was his family, his friends, all the other fireflies, dancing and glowing, turning the meadow into a reflection of the starry sky above.
Then he looked up at the moon again. Its gentle, silvery light seemed to pour down on him, wrapping him in a soft, comforting embrace. And in that moment, Lux understood. He didn't need to physically touch the moon to be close to it. The moon shared its light with him, and he shared his light with the meadow. They were connected, a part of the same beautiful, glowing night. A deep sense of peace and happiness filled his tiny heart. He stood tall on the leaf, and he began to glow brighter than he ever had before. He pulsed his light in a slow, happy rhythm, a silent thank you to the moon. He wasn't dancing on the moon, but he was dancing with the moon. A gentle breeze rustled the leaf, and it felt as though the moon was whispering back to him, "Your light is beautiful, little Lux. Thank you for sharing it." Lux felt his eyelids getting heavy. His grand adventure had made him very sleepy. He found the coziest curl in the leaf, tucked his wings in, and let his light soften to a sleepy, gentle hum. He drifted off to sleep, high above the world he loved, bathed in the silvery light of his faraway friend. He dreamed he was soaring through the stars, leaving a trail of happy golden light, with the moon smiling down on him all the way. And he knew that even if your dreams seem far away, their light can fill your heart and make your own world shine ever so brightly. Now it's your turn to get ready for sleep. Just like Lux, close your eyes gently and snuggle down into your cozy bed. Let's pretend you have a tiny warm light inside of you, right in the middle of your tummy. It's a happy, sleepy light. Take a slow, quiet breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine your little light glows a little softer, a little sleepier. Let's do that again. A gentle breath in and a long, soft breath out, making your light calm and peaceful. Now imagine the soft, silvery light from the moon is shining down into your room. A little bit of that moonlight gently touches your toes, making them feel warm and heavy. Your toes are getting so sleepy. The gentle moonlight now drifts up to your legs. It wraps your legs in a soft, sleepy blanket of light, and they become heavy and relaxed, so very heavy and ready for sleep. The warm, silvery light now touches your tummy, making your own little light inside feel calm and safe. Your tummy is soft and relaxed. The moonlight now touches your arms and your hands. All the wiggles from the day melt away,
Your arms feel heavy and floppy, resting quietly by your side. Finally, the gentle light kisses your cheeks and your forehead. It whispers, "Sleep now, little one." Your face feels soft and your eyes are happy to be closed. You are safe and cozy, glowing with your own quiet light. Just like Lux on his soft leaf, you can now float away into your own beautiful dreams. Good night, my little one. Good night, and dream sweet dreams in your cozy bed.